Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to part 3 of the Apache Superset basic tutorial series. In the second part, we learned how to create a basic table chart to visualize data in Apache Superset. Today we are going to build a bar chart where we can visualize the movie titles against their gross revenue. To do this, head over to Chart tab, create a new chart. From the options, select bar chart. We'll be using the tutorial top 1000 movie dataset which we have created in the first part of this tutorial series. Click create new chart. Let's name this chart tutorial movie title and gross. In a bar chart, we have an x-axis and a y-axis. Typically, we want the categories on the x-axis and the value on the y-axis. If we look at our dataset, the movie name is under series title. So drag the series title column from the left panel and drop it into the x-axis slot. You'll notice several yellow warning icons here. This means the chart isn't ready until we add data to this slot. We want to analyze the gross revenue, so I can drag the gross column directly into the matrix field, or I can even select it from the drop-down. We need to select an aggregate function as I mentioned in the previous tutorial. I'll select the sum function this time. By the way, since our gross is in just one column in our dataset, there is no use of sum function here. Now click the create chart button. The chart appears, but we have too much data here, right? You can see we have 999 rows of data squeezed in a short place. To make this chart interactive and focus on specific part of the chart, go to the Customize tab, find the data zoom setting and enable it. This adds a slider bar at the bottom, which will allow us to scroll and zoom into specific section of the chart. Now let's look at the next issue. The gross revenue is currently abbreviated in millions. If you want to see the exact figure, scroll down to the y-axis format section. It defaults to adaptive formatting. By adjusting this setting, we can ensure the chart displays the exact numerical value. Moving on, let's label the axis. I'll name the x-axis as movie title. You can see the label appear at the bottom. To prevent the text from feeling cramped, let's increase the bottom margin. I'll change it from 15 to 30. Similarly, let's name the y-axis as gross. If the label overlap, obviously you can adjust margin. I'll leave it at 15 for now. Let's save our progress. Click Save. The system suggests adding it to a dashboard. I will select our new dashboard, which is Movie Tutorial Dashboard, and then click Save. In our previous tutorial of this series, we skipped a feature which is called filters. As the name suggests, filters allow us to narrow down the data. For example, drag released year to the filter box. Let's set the operator to greater than or equal to and set the value to 2015 or anything you want. Click Update Chart. Now the chart only displays a small subset of the recent movies. You can verify this by opening the Result tab to see the calculated or filtered raw data. I'll remove the filter for now to show the full dataset again. Another useful feature is row limit. If I only want to see the top 10 result, I can set this to 10 and update the chart. See, before applying the filter, the result tab shows 999, and after the filter applied, it only returned 10 rows. We can see the same thing on the chart too. Now it is showing only 10 bars of the data. I'll reset the filter from 10 to maximum for now because I want all the result. I don't want to filter any data. You can also sort the chart. Let's sort by sum of gross. So now the highest grossing movies appear first, then the rest of the data follows. Now remember the vertical list view from our sample dashboard? Let's build that. First, save the current chart. Navigate to dashboard. Let's edit the dashboard. Here is our newly created bar chart showing we made it 8 seconds ago. Let's drag this chart to the dashboard. Adjust the width and height if you want to. Now let's save the dashboard. Next, go to bar chart again, navigate to the customize and change the orientation to horizontal. Back in the data tab, I'll remove the sorting to match my specific design. Let's update the chart to see the updated result. Now it is more likely to the chart that I have shown you as a demo. Next, click Save. Select the Save as Radio button, then change the chart name. Press the Save As button. Head back to the Dashboard tab, click Edit Dashboard. You will see our newly created vertical chart is in the list. Let's drag and drop it onto the canvas next to our previous bar chart. Resize them so they fit nicely and stay side by side. And finally, click Save. So if you now preview our dashboard, you can see the table chart right at the top, followed by the first bar chart and then the vertical chart. The vertical bar chart is basically a variation of our first bar chart. We can use the zoom tool to view specific section of both of the chart. And once zoom in, we can also scroll through the data easily. And here I can see the movie title label on the second chart is overlapping and it is redundant. Let's fix that quickly. Click the three dots, select Edit Chart, go to Customize and remove the axis title. Save it, choose Override this time. Now if we refresh the dashboard, the layout is now clean and professional. So that is the end of part 3 of the Apache Superset tutorial today. Go ahead and continue from the next part of this tutorial series to see how you can create a new type of chart using dataset from the part 1 of this series tutorial. Thank you again. Thank you for staying with me, and as usual, good night.